Okay, what's going on, you guys? How are y'all doing today? Welcome to this week's Team Elite Weekly Call. I'm super excited to have you on the call. If you're watching this by live, then welcome to the call. Thank you for taking your business seriously, and if you're watching this by the recording, thank you for doing whatever you can to make some time to watch this on the recording. I know that not everybody can take some time out of their day to watch this, but during live, but that's why we had it at lunchtime, so that the majority of people could take lunch with us, with Team Elite, and just kind of spend some time around this round table and get your week started off right and get you some training, get to help you get your week started off right. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about how to have higher production in your business during the week. Okay, so today is Monday. What do we normally do every Monday? Every Monday we set our activity goals for the week. Okay, and what does that look like? That means simply how many people do you want to prospect? How many marketing videos do you want to do this week? Which means either YouTube or Facebook Live. Like, how many Facebook Live videos do you want to do this week? Even just one is good. Okay, how many times do you want to get to the gym? Do you have any other health goals? Do you want to stay away from sweets this week and drink mostly water? Do you want to stay away from the carbs and the sugars? What are some of those health goals for you? What are some of those activity goals for you? Okay, how many presentations do you want to do? Those are the things that you can control. Okay, you can't set, you can set results goals, but those are better off set in the long term. But for the short term, be more obsessed about your behavior. And if you be more obsessed about the things that you can control, your actions, then you can take more responsibility for your business and you can have more control over the outcome. All right. So whenever we talk about taking responsibility and and actually having more production during your week, I'm talking about you need to take more responsibility for your actions. So if it gets to the end of the week and it's looking like Saturday or Sunday comes around and you look back on your week and you're like, man, I didn't really have that much production this week. This business is really hard. What's going on? This business doesn't work. Whatever. Just take a look at your activity. Okay. Open up your calendar. How much activity did you do? How many people did you prospect? How many people did you follow up with? How many presentations did you do? If you didn't do any, then there's your answer. There's your reason why. So don't blame things on things that you can't control. Okay. But if it's things that you can control, then own up to it. All right. It is up to you. And I have seen this business model take people from completely foreclosure, like in foreclosure, and actually even Ray Higdon himself, he was in foreclosure. He had over $1 million in debt. And because he had that attitude of stick-to-itiveness, he is now making over $1 million a year. And sometimes he's making over $1 million in a month. And sometimes he's even doing $1 million in a weekend, right? It's wild what this industry can do for people if you take responsibility for your business. We have a saying here in this industry, I will help, period, you build your business. So altogether it says, I will help you build your business, but I'm not going to build your business for you. It means I will help, period, but you build your business even if I'm not there to help. Okay, so that's what that means. And here's a little help. Here's a little tip on being more productive throughout your week. Okay, do a little bit of work every day. Don't like save the work for one day and do all the work that one day. Okay, John Maxwell had a really good analogy of this. Let's say that you took an axe. Okay. And I believe he was actually referring to Abraham Lincoln. I think this was a quote from him. I could be wrong on that, but John Maxwell said it. So he said, if you take an axe and if you go outside to the tree, to your yard, and there's lots of trees, and you pick this one tree, and if you chop 5 times of that tree, okay, and you say, this axe doesn't work, this business doesn't work, this, I'm doing it wrong, or this tree is too hard, whatever, and you get tired, you put that axe down, and you wake up, you go to bed, you wake up the next day, and you say, that tree over there looks better. That tree looks easier. That tree over there looks like it has a better, easier chop down. So I don't know, whatever. Or if you say this axe over here looks, sharper. If this axe looks, better than this axe, okay, now we're going to pick up this other axe and now we're going to go chop down that other tree. We're going to try chopping at that other tree 5 times. And let's say that tree is not going to fall down after 5 times. Okay. You find out that it's not going to fall down either. You're like, what the heck? I thought, I just got this new axe. This tree looked easier than that tree over there, the one that I started with. This whole thing doesn't work. Well, that tree over there looks a little bit easier. I'm going to try this again tomorrow. So you put it down, you go to sleep, you wake back up, and you go try another axe, and you try chopping down another tree 5 times, and that tree doesn't fall down either. You're like, what the heck? You throw up your arms, and you go back to, whatever that you were used to, or whatever that was easier, right? And you go through life struggling like that. There's a lot of people that do that they think that there's something better out there, but which one which one actually sounds better to you? Okay. Chopping at many different trees 5 times a day, or chopping at the same tree 5 times a day, right? You don't have to do all the work in one day, but every day do some work. So there can be some days that you have low productivity. Just don't go a day without doing something. Okay. That is a way to help you stay in control of your business, to create more consistency, to develop the habits of success. Okay. So definitely don't go days without production. Okay. Just do something. And you can have weeks where you have massive production. You can have weeks where you have low production. Just don't have weeks or days where you have no production. All right. And if you do, the next day, what do? Well, you don't beat yourself up, right? You just pick up that axe and you swing at that tree at least once, right? If you can swing at that tree at least once, then you'll find out that it wasn't that hard. Oh yeah, now we can get back in the swing of things. You go ahead and start chopping until you get to at least 5. So what I found is that whenever you do a little bit, it makes it easier to do a little bit more. Okay, so just do your best not to avoid the income producing activities like reaching out to new prospects, following up with the old prospects, because that's where about 80 to 90% of your income is going to come from, is following up with the old prospects. Just don't beat that dead horse. You got to reach out to new people. If you feel like your prospects that you're following up with are not responsive, reach out to new people, right? How do you get people off the fence? You get people off the fence by adding more people on the fence, right? That means a higher percentage of people will start falling off the fence in the right direction. Okay. And the third thing is presentations. So one of those 3 things that you need to be doing every single day. And the last deal, a bonus tip, is do some sort of personal development every day. Okay. Now, again, you can go some days. Okay. Actually, don't ever go a day without some kind of production in one of those 3 areas, one of those 4 areas. Okay. So if you do that, you'll find that your business will be more consistent, and that you'll actually feel like you're getting somewhere. Okay. So I hope that tip has helped you. Let me know how your consistency has been going for you. Okay. And again, if you've gone some days without any kind of business building activity, it's okay. Just know that you can change that. Okay. Network marketing is a beautiful business model, because every day is a new day. All right. Forgive yourself and move on. Start picking up that axe and chopping at that tree, doing at least something. Have days of low productivity. Just don't have days of no productivity. And that will help you to create the success habits to have weeks of massive productivity and months. And before you know it, it becomes a lifestyle. So I hope that this has helped you guys. Let me know if you have any questions at all. This is coming up on the end of August, so let's finish out the month strong. I'm super excited about all the growth and all the momentum that we've been having going on here in the Team Elite family. And by the way, thank you all for your birthday wishes and for making this past weekend for me an incredible and very special weekend. Izzy Garza, man, I really appreciate you, buddy. I thank you so much for being there this weekend. Kelly, David, Matthew, y'all just made this weekend. You helped to make this weekend super special. They really surprised me, you guys. by being at my my house before I thought that they would be. So there, you know, not just them, but lots of other people. And I was like, oh my gosh, I walked in the door and everybody else surprised. And I've never had a surprise birthday party, so that really, really made me feel special. And it was just great. So thank you all again for the birthday weekend. I really appreciate you guys. So that's a wrap for this week's Team Elite Weekly Call. I hope that these tips have helped you to create more production and consistency in your business. So let me know if you need any help at all with anything, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye now.